Many South Africans who've been working from home since the start of lockdown have a solid financial reason not to hurry back to the office. Under South African tax rules, the cost of working from home is an expense you can offset against the money you earn by doing so. According to Darren Britz, a senior tax attorney at Remuneration Consultants South Africa, those who qualify can claim all their expenses in working from home, including airtime, electricity, and even a part of their rent or mortgage payments. For more on that, Britz joins us now. Thanks very much, Darren, for your time. So is this tax break something you need to register for prior to claiming, or is that just a part of your claims process?
Yes, thanks for having me. No special registration is required. You just need to be registered for income tax and file your income tax return during the tax season. And when you do that, you'll claim your expenses at that time.
So how do you work out what kinds of expenses you can claim back for, and who determines what is a feasible percentage of those expenses that you can claim back for?
Yeah, it really is a complex one. It depends on if you're an employee or if you're a trade or an independent contractor, you know. So if you're running your own business from home, you really can claim almost all your expenses you incur in the production of your trade income, you know. So it's far easier if you're a business person to claim back your expenses. I mean, you mentioned airtime, rent, things like that. Far easier if you're an independent contractor. But when we chat about employees, it's far more difficult, and the tests are a lot more limited. You know, for one example is your home office must be a specific room in your home.
Okay.
And it must be used regularly and exclusively. So an employee that uses their home perhaps just on the weekends, you can't at that stage try to claim back your rent.
Could you claim back specifically for the COVID-19 lockdown period, where all South Africans who can work from home have been called upon by government to do so?
Again, another difficult question, and SARS have not commented yet on this. For me, if you're an independent contractor or perhaps a commission-based earner, so if more than 50% of your income is from sales or something like that, yes, you're more likely to claim 3 or 4 months of your rent or your home expenses. But for your regular salary earner employee, you know, so earning less than 50% of your income from commission, I don't believe so. There's an extra test in our Income Tax Act, which is that as an employee, you must work more than 50% of your work hours from home. And the question is, does that apply to a single month, or does it apply to the entire tax year? So if you look at a tax year from 1 March to the end of February, even if you work from home every day for 3 or 4 months during this lockdown, is that more than 50% over a tax year? I don't think so. So really, we do want SARS to give us more guidance on this when employees claim this back next year during the tax season.
Okay. Darren, we've also seen an increase due to financial pressure of South Africans getting their side hustle on, having to do more than one job to try and make ends meet. Have we also seen a concurrent increase in the number of South Africans trying to dodge having to pay tax on that additional income?
Yes, and I think that's been a problem for a number of years now. In fact, SARS have come up with statistics that show an increase of tax evasion, or rather tax avoidance, across all tax types. So that's individuals doing their, as you said, their side hustle or their business, as you mentioned, as well as companies. I think across the board, we've seen a little bit of a tax revolt over the last few years. Very difficult for government to have enough money to cover their various expenditure with this kind of tax immorality, if I can call it that.
Absolutely, especially under the current circumstances where they need to provide a lot more relief and assistance, financial assistance, to ordinary South Africans and businesses. Thank you very much for your contribution. That was Senior Tax Attorney from Remuneration Consultants South Africa, Darren Britz. According